Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Jenny Acord, and today I want to share a very personal story. It's a story that completely changed the way that Rick and I think about marriage. If you're raising kids, if you've spent years building a family, or you've ever wondered what your marriage will look like after this season when the kids are gone, I hope you'll stay with me. Because this conversation has the potential to change not just your marriage today, but the next chapter of your life together. So I'll never forget the day that we dropped our oldest son off for college. He went to college of the Ozarks, and honestly, he didn't even want to go. But I thought it's the next step. It's what I was taught after high school. You send him off to college. And as parents, I wanted to prepare him for his future. We carried the boxes into his little dorm room. It wasn't anything fancy. There were plain walls and those twin beds and that stale smell of a college room. I remember helping him unpack, probably more than he wanted me to. I folded clothes, organized drawers, and found places for all the things. And looking back, I wasn't really just organizing his room. I was trying to hold on to a season that I knew was ending. And then we went to the parent orientation. The speaker stood in front of all of us and said something that I'll never forget. He said, "Your children are adults now. It's time for you to step back." And I remember thinking, are you kidding me? Like for 18 years, I have been stepping in. It's been my job, showing up, cheering at all of the games, helping with homework and driving to practices and having those late night conversations and family dinners, building a home where our kids knew that they were deeply loved and accepted. Rick and I had poured everything that we had into raising our family, and we loved it. And on the drive home, something hit me, not just about our oldest son, but about our marriage. I realized something that I had never truly thought about before. One day, every one of our kids was going to leave. Now, I know that that sounds like, wow, you should have figured that out. But it's not because they didn't love us, but it was really because that's what healthy children do. They grow up, they launch, and they build their own lives. And that's the goal of every parent is to build or, invest in kids that are responsible. Suddenly, I wasn't just thinking about the next semester, I was thinking about the next 30 years. And I looked over to Rick with this fear that, like, what if one day we're sitting across the table and we don't know what to talk about? Do we even know each other anymore? Because we've been spending so much time investing in our family. I was, and I just didn't want to be alone in our marriage. I wasn't afraid that we would get divorced. It was more like I just didn't want us to be roommates. I wanted to be more than just two people that had built an incredible family. I wanted to remember that it was important for us to keep building our marriage that made our family possible. So if you're in that same spot, um, I just want to be honest because here's the truth. When I was going through that season, my oldest son had become one of my closest companions. Like we were really close. He shaped me into the mom that I had become, and I wasn't really sure that I knew how to experience the same closeness with Rick. Like we had it was a different dynamic, right? And our shared mission had been raising our kids, and I wasn't sure how to move forward and do that without the kids. What would our mission be when they were gone? Maybe you felt that too. Maybe you're so busy building a life that you haven't stopped to ask, what are we building between us? That realization changed everything for us. Rick and I had made a decision, and we weren't going to wait until our nest was empty to rediscover each other. So we started learning how to have a healthy relationship outside of the kids, not just because somebody told us to, but really because we wanted to. We started asking bigger questions and dreaming again, laughing again, learning each other again. We intentionally made space for our marriage, and something beautiful happened. I realized the friendship that I was afraid that we had lost or had kind of gotten shuffled to the side, it was still there. It just needed attention. Today, one of my favorite people to spend time with is Rick. He's my best friend, my person. We love taking adventures together. We're very different. Rick loves the outdoors, and I love discovering new experiences. And early in our marriage, those differences had frustrated us. We didn't know what to do with those. And today, they become one of our greatest strengths. Rick has this picture that he loves to use. He says that our marriage is like a kite. I'm the kite. I see all the possibilities. I dream big. I can see all the places that we could go. And Rick's the one holding the string. He keeps me grounded. He sees all the details that I've missed. And for years, I thought our differences created tension, but now I realize they create balance. God didn't accidentally put us together. He designed us to make each other stronger. Here's what I want every couple listening to hear. Don't spend so much time building your family that you forget to build your marriage. One day, the basketball games will end, the concerts will stop, college day move-in comes. And if you've invested intentionally in your marriage, you'll look across the table and you'll smile because you're excited about what comes next. But if you've neglected it, that season can feel lonely. The beautiful thing is, you don't have to wait. You can begin today. One conversation, one date night, one intentional habit at a time. I'm going to invite you or challenge you really to dream together because that's how momentum begins. This week, I want you to ask your spouse one question. What if we could shift right now to build our marriage relationship? Don't solve anything. Just listen. Dream together. Because couples who dream together grow together. What are you growing? I grew up in a broken home, and by the time that I was 6 years old, both of my parents had remarried. And I remember longing for a home that felt peaceful, a marriage where people enjoyed being together. When Rick and I got married, there were a lot of people that doubted that we could make it, but we made a decision that we were going to build something beautiful on purpose. Not because marriage is easy, but because it's worth building. Listen, your marriage doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be intentional. Because great marriages don't happen by accident. They're built intentionally. And remember, your marriage is a message. Let's make it one worth echoing. If today's story resonated with you, if you've realized maybe you've spent years building a wonderful family, but you want to intentionally build the next chapter of your marriage, I'd like to invite you to a marriage vision call. Yeah. Now, listen, it's not a sales conversation. It's really a chance for us to talk about where your marriage is today and where you want it to be. And then decide whether or not my elite marriage coaching program might be the right fit for you. I intentionally coach a small number of couples because transformation happens through personalized coaching and encouragement and accountability. You can apply using the link below, and I'd love to meet you. I'll see you next week. Remember to build your marriage on purpose.